The French name, Daniel Dubois.
Yeah.
What?
So, who do you come to support tonight then, lads?
We'll come down to watch Yard fight.
Anthony Yard,
yeah. Or watch him, put a bet on him as well for him to knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know tonight is what do you think of pay-per-view? Do you think pay-per-view should be, obviously, every half-decent fight that's out there, they're forcing it down our throat at $19.99?
Yeah.
No.
What do you think?
No. I can see why you pay for subscription, but if you pay for Sky, you pay for IT, or you pay for any TV, you pay your TV license. I think you should get it for free. If it's me.
You alright? How's it going? Alright? You enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Sweet, yeah?
Okay, I'm sorry for it.
You too, mate. Have a good night.
Have a good night, mate.
I mean,
We know these as well, yeah, we know
that's
these.
right. I thought I was going to get rushed. Pay-per-view.
Eddie Hearn, you're ruining the game. It's unfair.
100%.
Pay-per-view, every fight. You know, Frank Warren, you're doing a good job at the moment. You put a few 50-50s on tonight. I don't think Daniel Dubois, his opponent was worthy, but at the same time, every fight is pay-per-view. Matchroom are milking it. You know, someone's got to come. We need more 50-50 fights. This is why like things like UFC are going to take over.
Proper fights.
Yeah, exactly. Like popular fights. We've got a lot of like good boxers coming up. So we've got the Super 8 coming up, the cruiserweights and the super middles, and I think this is going to be brilliant for boxers. I think that if they've done it throughout the weights, it'll be a quality thing for boxing, and that's what we need because it's a dying sport at the moment. But we've got people like Anthony Joshua coming through. We don't want to protect their records. We want to just give them the top fights all the time. You know,
exactly that. That are open. Got a space open. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just go.
Do you
for the
think they protect the fighters, obviously, and they protect themselves, and obviously try and get the fighter?
It's
to
a
win?
business.
It's a business.
What you got to remember, boxing's a business. From if you've got a fighter, you want to take him to 10-0. You want to be pushing for the Southern Area title, the European titles. You don't want to be having them, you know, losing their record early on. You know, it's happened to a few fighters. I've seen good amateurs come through, and you just think, you know, they get their record protected, but at the same time, it's not good for boxing. You know, do you know what? Take my hat off to people like Danny Connor, Toy the Good John. They're not had the best amateur careers, but they've gone through the hard way. They've gone through like the York Hall, the Steve Goodwin shows. They've been fighting. I've seen people like John Ryder fighting a Goodwin show. You know, before he even got into Matchroom, they've had the hard fights coming through. I can remember another good fighter who didn't have a good amateur career, Lee Purdy. He ended up fighting Devin Alexander. These are the sort of fighters you want to watch. But I don't know, something's got to change. You know, Eddie Hearn's become very rich now. He's done a good job. He's done a good, you know, he's brought big names to England. But at the same time, I don't know, something's got to change.
Right, isn't it? Something has to change, isn't it? Would you like to see sort of a Joshua? Who would you like to see Joshua fight next?
Well, he's got a few options. You've got Joseph Parker, you know, he's for the WBO. You've got WBC with Deontay Wilder. He holds the other belts. Maybe a rematch with Klitschko, because I think Klitschko's still, you know, a top contender.
Only person to put money's arse on it. So.
But don't get it, you know, don't get anything mixed up. I think Tyson Fury's still the best heavyweight in the world. You know, come back. He's you know, he's had the time out, but he made, you know, Klitschko 2 years ago. He couldn't even compete with him. It was just too awkward, too dangly. I just can't really see another heavyweight at the moment beating Tyson Fury. He's been put on the floor, but at the end of the day, he's got back up and he's won every time. Yeah, he's a long 6'7" heavyweight, 19 stone. You can't compete with him. I can't see anyone beat him for a long time. But there's a few heavyweights. I think it would like if they'd done a Super 8, you'd see. I think you'd see the likes of Tyson Fury winning it, and then maybe Anthony Joshua coming up there. But then you've got a few good fighters in the States. You've got I think they call him Baby Miller. I'm not sure of his name. He's a good fighter. They've got some other fighters.
What about the Cuban?
What, Perez?
Yeah.
No, he's done it.
Ortiz.
Oh, well, I feel a bit sorry for him because he signed with Matchroom. And he was like looking for the fight with, and he ended up fighting
the White Rhino.
The White Rhino, yeah, he fought the White Rhino, you know.
He looked average that night, didn't he? He was okay.
He only signed with Matchroom to get the fight with Joshua. And then he went a bit pear-shaped. I felt a bit sorry for him. I'm not sure who he signed to now. I think he went over.
I think he's out in America with HBO. Yeah, he's fighting soon, but no one really knows too much about him. He's a very low-key heavyweight.
I feel sorry for him because he's a top contender and he's, you know, because it's a business. No, he's avoided.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else to say really.
Lovely to see you, alright? And I love hearing your voices and hearing what you've got to say.
Wait 1 sec, can I get you? Can I get you?
Come on.
I've got to put that.
What's you got in there? Is he going to do some juggling or what?
Oh god.
Oh god, let's have a look. Is it? So this is, so you designed this, yeah?
Yeah, well, you see people like Costa do, Lemchenko, stuff. So, you know, I made it when I was 16 with a tennis ball. I like seeing people like Costa do and Lemchenko. I lived in China last year. I thought, you know, while I'm out here, I'm going to try and mass produce something like this. I love boxing. I'm not the best boxer, but I can do this.
So where to buy it from?
You can buy it from the US Amazon at the moment, and we're looking to get into the UK retail stores. It's good fun, good for the reflexes.
Eye contact.
Block it. Oh, that's it.
Lovely.